Hello YouTube world, this is Mac Daddy 1911A1. I was a shade tree survivalist. Uncle Fester called me and has been texting me, and we've been talking about it in my last couple of videos. He made a recommendation for me to do a video on concealed carry as well as on handling of a automatic handgun. Told me that he thought I should slow it down to demonstrate a little bit better the details, you know, exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, not just doing it, and to explain what it is that I am doing with it. So to start off with, I got a light jungle version of the Ripstop camouflage BDU jacket. Couldn't find any long dress shirts that were not that I wanted to use out here on this. Possibly get them dirty or get grease on them or whatever the case may be, so I just decided to wear this. It's lightweight. If you had the sleeves rolled up, you know, it would be, you know, plausible. You could run around even down here where I live at. And the heat, I have done it more than one time, I can assure you. But for clarity, I'm going to take it off. However, I wanted to show you how I've got it. Okay. And you can see, I mean, you know, with it unbuttoned or buttoned, this jacket's loose enough it'd be easy to conceal. So I'll take it off. And from the front, you still can't tell what I'm carrying. You can see my flashlight. I use this for trucking every day to check the Kingpin fifth wheel alignment and to make sure the jaws on the fifth wheel on my big truck are locked. That is a vital thing to do. If you've watched the Ice Road Truckers in the last couple of weeks, you've seen Dave, one of the more experienced drivers, 20-something years, drop a trailer. And Maya, she dropped the trailer. And it seems like over the last year or two on Ice Road Truckers, guys have dropped trailers. And when I say drop trailers, what I mean, they thought they hooked up to it. They hooked up their air lines, released their brakes, you know, their electrical lines, rolled up their landing gear, the whole 9 yards, went to pull out, and the trailer come off the fifth wheel and fell. Okay, that is not good, especially when you got a really heavy load. It's very, 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 very hard to roll it up. Even empty trailer is hard to roll up. Ask me how I know. I've done that once, and don't want to do it again. So, flashlight, get under there, turn it on, look, make sure everything's locked up, and the fifth wheel, the Kingpin isn't sitting on the jaws or whatever the case may be. Second item, pocket knife. Got to have a pocket knife. This is a little bit bigger in a pocket for, you know, than I'd want in my pocket. Little cheap knife, but it does a great job. I've used it all the time. Of course, got to have keys. I've got 2 sets. One for the tractor that I carry with me. It's got all my house keys and all. One that's for just the automobiles and our new home. On this side, got a brand spanking new. Bought it yesterday, Leatherman Wave multi-tool. So far, I like it a lot. We'll see how it comes out, and if it fails, you damn sure get a review on it, and if it doesn't fail, you'll damn sure get a review. Cell phone holster, and then finally in the back, the whole point of the exercise is my 1911A1 handgun in a form-fitting leather holster, and my Phobos dual mag pouch, and they're in the back. You know, like I said, I could probably wear a light flowing shirt, like a Hawaiian shirt, and cover them, and nobody would ever know I had it. We're not really going to get into concealed carry today because I don't have many holster options or handgun options to play with. Maybe the next time Uncle Fester and I, or Statue and I, get together, we can make a concealed carry video that will actually be worth the flip. We did some videos at our Survival Fest this year on that very subject. I hope you got the chance to watch them and learn something from it. If you have any criticism, constructive criticism, we would have loved to hear from you. I have had some really good constructive criticism on my M1A videos, and we appreciate that. If you want to be a dick, go somewhere else. I ain't got time for you. Life's short, sirs and ma'ams. Worked in a funeral home for a couple years, and I can attest to that fact. Onward and upward, as I'm always saying. He wanted me to demonstrate, Uncle Fester that is, wanted me to demonstrate in slow motion and explain exactly what I'm doing after I draw the handgun and so forth. Another thing I need to do is get into immediate action drills. I don't have many troubles with my handgun. my 1911A1. Usually if I do, they're magazine related. I've got one trouble magazine that gives me a hard time all the time, and that's this particular one right here. And it's actually a Springfield Armory, but it's an older magazine. It's not the new one. It's not the one that came with the gun. And for whatever reason, it will not lock the slide open a good portion of the time. So we're probably going to get rid of it. But until I do, I keep it. Okay, and it's the first one in the gun, and I know I have problems with it, and that's the reason I keep it in the gun. Okay, so I can get rid of the problem child right off the freaking bat. When drawing your handgun, okay, whether it be a 1911 style handgun, Glock, which no, Glock's got the trigger safety, but anyone with a manually operated safety other than the trigger safeties that you see on the Glock handguns, if you have a side mounted hand safety on your handgun, okay, like the 1911's got one on the made to the frame. It also has a safety here. This is a safety, and of course this here is the biggest safety, and the other biggest safety, your noodle. Don't point it in anything you do not intend to destroy. That's the first damn thing. If you do not point it at other people or your car or whatever, you won't have to worry about shooting it inadvertently. If you're in position SOL or high ready or low ready, well, low ready, you're pointing at something, so that's not even a good idea. But this one here or this one here, you don't have to worry about it. Unless, you know, an airplane flies over real low, you might shoot them like that, or a multi-story building. Position SOL is my favorite safety, you know, stance. To be at ready, but be safe. If it accidentally discharges, it's going to go into the ground, okay? That is a good damn thing. High position, if you're in a multi-story building, you know, in a home that's got wooden floors and there's an upstairs, you accidentally discharge it, you could possibly hit somebody. So, you know, be safe. Don't point at anything that, you know, you could possibly hurt and kill someone. You know, do this. That's the first thing, safety. Safety, safety, safety. When you are making a draw from concealment, or whatever the case may be, and this thing holstering me, I do not like it, but it is a lot more concealable than a Serpa or some of the other more modern holsters. But this is what I've got for concealed carry, so this is what we're going to use to demonstrate. When you trying to explain this for me is hard. I can show really easy. It's hard for me to explain it. Coming from a position of, okay, I surrender, to grab the handgun, you definitely want to keep your hand, your support hand out of the way. Alright, if you're coming from a situation like this where you're just, you got your hands by your sides and you go for it. Always get the support hand, the weak hand, out of the way. Alright, as you draw the handgun out, when it comes up in here, you want to try to rotate the barrel up, but if I told you this is what I do every single time, I'd be telling a lie. So I'm going to just show you how I actually do it. The gun's coming around, support hand meets the firearm, and as I go out with it and assume my stance, I lock it into really powerful grip, and I squeeze off that trigger. Okay? Now the thing he's really wanting me to show and explain is what I do when I run dry. So for the purposes of that, we're going to do it from slide lock, means you ran out of ammo. I'll be dang it, that one actually locked back that time. Your slide's locked open, okay? That's your first indication. After you pull the trigger, nothing goes bang, you got a problem. You immediately can see that the slide is open and locked back. Alright, to start the reload, you'll bring it from your firing position where you just made your last shot. You'll bring it back, tilted over at about a 45-degree angle, so it's in your peripheral vision, but it's not in your field, your primary field of vision, obscuring anything. You can see the side of the gun. It's closer to your body. All right, this is preparing you for the reload. All right, before you eject the magazine, take your support hand, grab your next magazine that's in line. Wherever you keep it, however you keep it, grab the magazine. Once your hand is on it, you know you can pull it straight up and out without struggling through a pocket or whatever. You grab it, and when that hand is on there, then you just simply drop that magazine, pull this one out, using your finger, your index finger as a guide, and also to feel to make sure the cartridge is seated all the way properly into the magazine. You know, you'll be able to feel it with the very tip of your finger. You use that, you bring it up, you'll use that as a guide. You slam the back of it in there, rotate, and using the palm with a nice hard thrust, slam it home. Okay? You return the battery, and there's several different ways to do this. You can use your weak hand to drop the slide. You can use, on mine, you got an extended slide release right here. You can use your thumb to drop the slide, or you can do it this way. This is a lot more positive. It gets all the power out of the recoil spring to slam it home. You take your hand, you lay it right on the slide, you'll pull against it until it stops, release. All right, that's absolute positive. Then you'll assume your grip and you'll fire. One more thing that I have forgotten because I have not incorporated this. I need to incorporate this. Which actually doesn't make any sense. If it's slide locked open, you cannot put it on safety. All right, but if you've stopped an engagement, okay. In other words, you've already either A, eliminated the bad guy, or B, there's no more bad guys that you can see at the time. When you bring it from here back to a ready position, to low soul, whatever you decide to choose for your situation, put it back on safety. All right. If you have to reassume it, go right straight back out with the safety. A 92 Beretta is different. I do not have one here to demonstrate. Uncle Fester has one, and when we get back together, I will try to do a video strictly on the Beretta 92. It has a safety on the slide, and it requires a different way of doing things like that, because it also is a decocker. So it's a completely different setup than my handguns. This is all I can practice with right now. But you have to go back and engage again. Bang, 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 bang. You run out of ammo again. Slide lock once again. Same thing applies. You go from your shooting stance. If you possibly can, you step behind cover. You know, you get down behind a car, do whatever to get, you know, to cover yourself so you're not shot. Grab your next magazine, drop that one, slam that baby home. You're back in and ready to go. Okay? What happens if you've done this and you're okay, the combat action has slowed down. All right, you're still on the radio. There may be another gangbanger out there, or whoever the case may be, a zombie, as a lot of the guys out here on YouTube call it. All right, what do you need to do then? I mean, you've got a partially depleted magazine in the gun, and you're really worried that if you get into another shootout, that you're gonna think, oh crap, I got a full magazine and then it's gonna run dry, it's gonna catch you short. What do you do then? Well, I've got one last magazine on my person, okay? Now it's this one here, okay? We're gonna act like it's a fully loaded magazine. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do what is called a tactical reload or retention. Drop this one out, okay? Take the fully loaded magazine, stick it in there. Alright, so you got a fully gassed up gun, you're ready to go. Take your partial, stick it in your pocket. Alright, now why you put it in your pocket? That is an indication, okay, that you've got a partial magazine, but you know if it's in this pocket, it's not full. Okay, it's not full. If you prefer, and the way your setup is, to put it in your back pocket, whatever, just don't put it back in a mag holster where you think you're dragging a full magazine out and then all of a sudden it all goes bang bang twice or three times or whatever the case may be. Keep that fully loaded magazine in there so that, you know, you're not confused by that and it doesn't screw with your head. Alright, let me get back, get my magazines up, and I'll continue yakking on with you. This is the hard part. Oh Lord, seems like I have lost one. Alright, magazine arrangement on the body. Okay, this is one of the key things you need to keep in mind. No matter which way you decide to do your magazines, okay, doesn't really matter. It doesn't make a hill of beans one way or the other, but they all need to be consistent and in the same type of order. Okay, well, what do I mean by that? You got your magazine. Whatever end of the bullet's pointing on, Okay, all of them need to be pointed in the same direction. Okay. For instance, I got a 2 mag holster from Focus. Both of them will be pointed just like that, with the bullets toward the front of the magazine. Both magazines will be pointed toward the front of my body. Okay. Now, I find this easier myself. Okay. Get the gun out. Okay. Pull it out and you slam it right home. Okay, just like that, nothing to it. If you turn them around and the bullets are pointing backwards, it's a straight shot right in the gun. If that's what you prefer to do, do it. Okay. Professionals differ on this, and most of them prefer it with the bullet to the front. Prefer it because your index finger can help guide the magazine right in there. You can also feel if it's seated or not. See how that's not completely seated in there? Got to push it with your finger a little bit. That's one of the benefits of that. Then that way you can make sure damn good and well it gets into the gun a-okay. Alright. Immediate action drills. Immediate action drills. This is one of the key things you need to, if you're an automatic kind of guy like I am, or a bottom feeder, is our wonderful Jerry McCulloch, who is a revolver guy, is always calling us. If you are a automatic guy, you pull the trigger, click, nothing happens. You just gas this gun up, so you just put a brand new magazine in there. It's full. You know damn good and well it's full. There are a set of steps you need to try to take to make sure that it's not just the magazine, okay? First, you know, a quick visual inspection shows me that the gun, the slide is all the way. If it wasn't all the way, I gotta cock it back to show this. If it wasn't all the way, the barrel would be down. See the gap at the top of the barrel right over here? Now watch, I push it forward, it closes up, pull it back, it's down. Alright, there shouldn't be a gap right there. So we know it's not all the way seated. Alright, if I pull it back even further, I can see the back of the barrel and the head of the cartridge. Okay, that's not a good thing. If you've seen that, you need to clear it out. You know, you need to work that slide real hard, get that booger out of the way and go to the next round. Still goes click or fails to feed in there, then it may be because the magazine isn't seated. Okay, so on visual inspection, if you see right quick that your barrel is fine, the slide is all the way where it's supposed to be at, there's no problem with that, what do you need to do next? Next, grab the bottom of the magazine, pull. If it doesn't come out, take your hand, slam it back. Okay, cycle the gun, and of course I don't have another round, but just saying it's a fully gassed up, you cycle the gun, put it back in action. Click, nothing happens. Alright, could be a bad round. Now this is combat we're talking about, this is not at the gun range. And in combat you have to do away with some of the safety rules. That's just as simple as it gets, because otherwise you're going to die. What do you do then? You might have got a bad batch of damn ammo. You work that slide again, same as before. Alright, Uncle Fester asked me to load a video up. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it after this video here. At the range, July 2010. Okay, he got out there, gassed up his 92, jacked the round in the chamber, click. The heck? Jacked around the chamber, click. He did that, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, couldn't figure out what the deal was. Magazine wasn't seated all the way. Okay, magazine's not seated all the way. In his handgun, apparently he has a trigger disconnect. I'm not exactly sure what the deal was, but when he ejected and put it back in and then jerked it in, he fired it and it went perfect. No problems at all. All the bullets fired, but it was because the magazine wasn't seated all the way in the gun correctly. So I'd have to watch the video again. I haven't watched it in a while, and embarrassed him. It embarrassed me because I had seen a video from a company called Valhalla out of Denver, Colorado, I believe. But I know they're out of Colorado. But they're a school, and they deal with handgun combat. Okay? And a lot of stuff I just showed you came from that Valhalla video. And the guy showed me that. I mean, he's got that immediate action drill in there. What to do with an autoloader to get it back, gassed back up, and get it back in action. Okay? I forgot how to do that drill. I didn't tell Uncle Fester about that drill, and that's what we're going to try to work on. But the biggest problem would be the magazine is pushed in like that. It looks at a glance like it's all the way in there, but it's not. Okay, you can see it sticking out just a hair at the bottom. That's the reason you slam it, you pull on it, you work the action, you get it back in it, you get it back out there and get back to shooting with it. Okay? So, that's one way of doing it. Concealed carry. Concealed carry. I know I put this in one of my other videos, and Uncle Fester's statue came over there when I did it. I'm going to reiterate this. Depending on your body type, okay, has a lot to do with where and how you need to carry your handgun. I am a little bitty skinny guy, okay? I weigh 141 pounds soaking wet with my boots on and my change in my pockets and my knife, the whole works, okay? I'm a little guy. So I don't have love handles. I don't have a big body that I can easily hide a large handgun or even a small handgun on. If I put it right directly on my bony little hip, it will print so bad it's not funny. So I have to carry it in the rear. I don't like that. I'd rather have it right here on the side of my hip. But if I put it right here on the side of my hip, number one, I don't have enough room for all my crap that I need to carry for my job or whatever, which I don't carry my handgun on my person on my job, okay? Federal law says I can't do it. You're a truck driver, you don't have near the constitutional rights as everybody else. It's just as simple as that. It's just like I've been convicted of a damn crime or something just for doing my job. But anywho, onward and upward. You know, if you're a big guy, Uncle Fester, he's got that shoulder holster. And that works pretty good for him. But it's also a little slow too. He's got to reach all the way around and grab that thing. His best option is his pocket carry he likes so much. Because hell, he's got pockets the size of dumpsters anyway. He can haul a freaking briefcase in each one of them. Uncle Fester, I'm just kidding, sir. Don't cry. Depending on how your body type, depending on how much money you got, okay, this is the thing. Buy a quality handgun, okay? Quality ammo, quality magazines, and quality holsters. You know, let the power bill go for a week or a month or whatever. But if you're going to do this, do it with quality, 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 quality in mind. Everything you use, everything you buy, you should have the best you can possibly afford. And, I mean, it's just simple as it is, you know? If you get a gun that doesn't work like it ought to work, find out why. Fix the why and get it back into action, or get rid of it. Get rid of it. End of the dang argument. I'm probably forgetting something. So if you give me just a second, if I pause the camera, it makes a completely new video the next when I unpause it. So I don't want to have to do that. Cycle slide up. One-handed reloads. There you go, one-handed reloads. What if you're immediately shot in your left arm? Your support hand. Okay, if you're lefty, it will be your right arm. So your weak hand, your support hand normally does the magazine change. What if you're shot in that arm and it's useless? They hit you in the elbow and it's shattered. Or the forearm and it broke the forearm. Or up here. I can't remember this freaking bone. I'm sorry if you know. Fine. Call me up and fuss at me. It breaks this, blows your socket, your shoulder out. You can't use this arm. How are you going to reload your automatic? And how are you going to work the slide? Okay, that's what I'm going to cover right now. It's easy. It ain't that damn complicated. If you practice it, learn how to do it, you'll be all right. Okay? Just fired the last round. That's what we're going to do. I'm tired of losing these damn snap caps. Alright, just fired the last round. Alright, gun is locked open, slide lock is open. Okay, so you know uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I need to get this thing gassed up. I can't use my left hand. What do I need to do? Simple as and easy as it can be. I need to tilt the camera down here. I'm sorry about this. Camo is busy right this minute. She can't help me. That's alright. We don't care. We can get her done. Alright. If you're a man, a woman, whatever, you got pockets, okay? It's easy. Turn the gun around. Stick it in your pocket. And this in here does not want to cooperate. I'm sorry, but that's the damn truth. Sticking that pocket in. There you go. That works even better. Eject the magazine. Got it out of the way. Retain that magazine. Reach around. Grab a loaded magazine. Turn it so the bullet is facing to the front of the gun. Slam it home. Alright, that's your first problem eliminated. Then all you got to do, like on my handgun, is hit the slide release, and it'll release the slide. Alright, what happens if, like on my finicky little magazine I just took out of there, the little black magazine that's finicky, what if it's closed? Alright, the slide is closed, you got it out of your pocket, you got it reloaded, got it out of your pocket. Now what are you going to do? Simple as pie. Take the gun, pointing away from your body. Put it on your leg, using the side. Dig in with your side. Alright? Work it. Alright? Now using two hands, I'm going to take the magazine out. It is empty. That snap cap is inside there. You see that dark reddish brown, whatever you want to call it? It is in there. So that works. Okay? You can do this off the side of your holster. Alright, and the dang camera can't see it. You can do this off the side of your holster. You can take it right here on the ejection port, hook it right on the side, and work it that way. Okay? You can do it off the back of your foot. You can do it off a piece of furniture. You can do it off just, you know, there's tons of ways of doing it. Tons of ways of doing it. Let me mess with the camera here more. But the key is learning how to do it. Okay? So it's second nature. But not only with your strong hand, sirs and ma'ams. Heck no, that wouldn't be right. You need to learn how to do it weak-handed. Alright? Gun range dry. Alright? Get that sucker in my pocket. Now this is another thing. I'm so small, my pants are tight. It's hard to get them in my pockets. That's another thing Uncle Fester's got on us. Okay? This hand's out of action. Strong hand, dead. Alright, so we got our magazines back here in the back. That's another one of the reasons I put them in the back. I can reach them if I'm only one-handed. I can reach them with my right hand, my strong hand. I can reach them with my left hand. And that's what we're going to demonstrate. I grab my next one. Alright, remember how I got my bullets. So I need to rotate the mag, stick it in the mag well, slam it home. Pull it out. Take it off safe. Jack it in there. Alright, now two-handed, we'll show you again. The snap cap is out of there. Oh, and it is in the gun. It's all gassed up, ready to go. So I'd be back in action with this hand. Alright. Now, this one does not have an ambidextrous safety. So if the gun that you're using doesn't have a safety on both sides, and most Berettas and Glock, well, Berettas and other guns with them on the slide, they do have it ambidextrous, so it's a lot easier to work with on that gun. Okay, and I'll have to cock it back in order for this demonstration to work. Alright, just roll your trigger finger back. Use it. Okay, then you can get right back into action. Okay, alright, we got that done. Grip. How you grip the firearm is key to being able to control it. Now, 45 ACP is a short little bitty cartridge. Well, short cartridge, but it's a big fat dude. I like them like that. Alright. Being able to control the gun has a lot more to do than just picking it up. Okay. I can shoot you with this thing. No, it ain't going to work that way. Alright, when you grab the gun out, you want to make sure your hand is as far up the back of it as you can get it. Alright, the closer you get your hand to the bore line, to be in line as close as you can to get it in line with the barrel, okay, the easier it is to control the recoil, okay. It's still going to kick back a little bit, but it's not going to flip that bad, alright. Let me show you a demonstration here. I'm gripping the gun real good down here. Got my high grip, got my thumb down there for support, going to do it one-handed. Take your other finger, grab the barrel. And you can pull it a little bit, no doubt. You can pull it a little bit. Now let's try here with a lower grip. It's not all the way up against the beaver tail here. This is what they call a beaver tail at the back of the gun. Alright, now watch this. Now I got a good grip. You can see my arm, it's nice and tight. And it's going to kick a lot easier, a lot more. Okay? So the higher you can get your hand tied up in there, The tighter you can get your grip and your support hand right in there, the better off you'll be. Alright, you can get your shot out there, you can squeeze off that round. You're in business. Okay, let me double check, see what I have missed, because I'm always missing something. Like I said earlier about the magazines, I want to stress this. Whatever way you decide to do it, whether you got it where when you pull it out, the bullet's like this, you turn the magazine around and it's like this, so when you grab it, you just pull it out and then use it to shove it in, that's your business. You know, doesn't matter. What matters is consistency. What do I mean by consistency?